First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakak Radash. Yahweh is who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Ba'Hashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kodash means holy. And that's on the Paleo Hebrew. Also, want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today's video, I was going through my Twitter and I saw this post right here. Pretty much some straight demonic shit. Alright, it says Salma Hayek shared a demonic Halloween video on her Instagram featuring her feasting on meat with the caption, "Trick or treat, I prefer a feast." Salma Hayek will be voting for Kamala Harris. Right, and I saw this and instantly the first thing I thought of was she might be acting like she's eating fake meat, or she might be actually eating that shit raw, right? But there's going to be a time where people are actually going to be doing this, right? Very soon in the future, there's going to be a time where there's not going to be food readily accessible. There's not going to be water, and people are going to commit to cannibalism, right? They're going to be out here like straight savages. Okay, they're going to be eating their own selves. Let's grab that first. In Isaiah chapter 9 and start at verse 19, it says, "Through the wrath of Yahweh of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother." And this is talking about that nuclear destruction. Right? These people, they're going to be the fuel of the fire. Okay, they're going to be destroyed. It says that no man shall spare his brother. Right? It's going to be a completely sedition. Right, there's going to be a brother against brother, family against family, neighbor against neighbor, every man for his own self. It says, "And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm." Right, so that's how bad it's going to get, is that people are going to be out here eating other people, right, cannibalism. But if they're not going to have any other source, they're going to start eating themselves, right? Imagine that, how bugged out in your mind you have to be eating yourself, right? And when you look at her face, right, in this video, towards the end, right here, that face of just, like, lost, hey, that's exactly how people are going to be, right? That's exactly. And ultimately, let's say this is an act, right? Because, hey, a lot of these actors, right, let's say it like this, all these actors, right, for them to be in high positions, they have to sell out. They have to do all types of acts like this, right? And just do all types of things with children, sacrifice their family, humiliate themselves in public. And this might be one of those things, right? She might actually be eating raw meat, right? Because just look at it. Let's look at the video straight through. You can't see in her face. Let's say she's acting. Hey, there's going to be a time where she's not acting. Okay, and it's crazy that I was going through the comments. It says Salma is married to Francois Henry Pinault, the billionaire who owns and runs the luxury goods empire of Balenciaga and Gucci. Right, so now it starts making more sense, right? She's married to the owner of Balenciaga. And it's been shown that if you put Balenciaga in the Google Translate, and you translate, it literally means Baal is God, actually, which Baal was a false god. It says Salma Hayek is the CEO of Balenciaga's parent company, Kering Group, the club, right? So all these people, like I said, all the people up top, they have to sell out, right? And you see it with here in this situation, is like a mark, a ritual, right? The one eye being severely damaged. You have on top, you have Kanye, right? You have the Pope, right? Even the Pope's guilty, okay? When you go read in Revelation, and you read about the 3 spirits that came out of the frog's mouth, right? And one of them was the spirit of the false prophet, and that's talking about the Vatican, Okay, the Roman Catholic Church, that is the false prophet, the Vatican. But you see all these billionaires, right? All of a sudden, they just have their one eye only, puffed up, right? Beaten. That's part of their rituals. Look at this.
I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio sat.
Oh, I think you've dropped enough. Okay.
Right, so if she's married to the owner of Balenciaga, right, everybody knows, right, his whole company, it shows he's into witchcraft. His wife definitely is into witchcraft. And the face she made when he was listing all those names, right, P. Diddy, and the whole thing about P. Diddy recently came out about how he was doing all types of homosexual acts. Right, he was out here trafficking pretty much children, right, and he wasn't the only one. He was just the fall guy. Okay, all types of billionaires and millionaires and actors and singers, rappers are also involved in that type of business, right? Because from what I've researched, they pretty much give these rappers two options, or these people, so-called high in society people, they give them two options. Either you do homosexual acts, or you sacrifice one of your family members. So there you have it. I guess they have to participate in periodic humiliation rituals as per their contract with the Dark Ones, right? Pretty much showing that you're showing your allegiance to Satan. And the thing is that the reason oh my God, that's crazy. That was AI. the craziest thing is that the reason a lot of people, these Hollywood actors, they don't talk out or they don't come out of pocket is because they have them on camera doing all types of wicked acts, right? So let's say Salma would come out and say the truth about what's going on, and they would release videos of her completely just abusing little children, right? They'd show videos of her talking about how, yeah, she agreed to sacrifice her son or her mom or her dad, and they would just completely tarnish her reputation. So let's get a couple more scriptures. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 30. It's Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." Right, and this is going into the wicked Israelites. Right, nowadays, our people, so-called Latinos, Negroes, Native Americans, they're not focused on having a covering of the Lord. Right, their covering is based on Satan. Right, their covering is based on making it in this society. Right, siding with the wicked elite. Right, and that's what we're seeing right now. Right, the reason Salma is doing this is she's trying to get a covering. She's trying to get protection. She's trying to keep her money going, because if she doesn't keep on going with these acts, she's gonna lose it all. So it says that walk to go down into Egypt. Egypt here is talking about America, and that have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right? So, our people, they'd rather trust in this government, right, than to trust in the Lord. And you see that heavily nowadays. Okay, these people, they don't have faith. Okay, it says that in Esdras, how there's going to be a time where in 2nd Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1, it says, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith." Right, and we are in those times. Okay, we're in those times how, the way of truth was hidden for a long time, and finally now it's coming out. Right, the truth of who we are as a people, and the prophecies, what's really going on in the earth. And it says, "And the land shall be barren of faith." Right, we see that heavily here in America, a faithless society, right, completely based on satanic principles. Right, do whatever you want. That's satanic. Right, the Lord says, nah, you can't do whatever you want. You need to do what I told you to do. Right, and like I said, I quoted how in the last days, faith, right, was going to come back. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 28, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. Right, and that's what's happening right now, is that the truth, okay, the truth of the Bible is being declared worldwide. Okay, and the Hebrew Israelites are waking up. So it says, verse 2, that walk to go down into Egypt, they have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? Because when everything starts going down, right, hey, the elites ain't gonna save you. The elites are not gonna save Kanye West or P. Diddy or Salma Hayek. Right? They're worried about themselves. Right? So all these pacts, okay, and these contracts and these rituals that you did from is gonna be in vain. Right? It's gonna lead to your it's gonna lead to your shame, because you're gonna be like, damn, I did all that shit for nothing. Right? I fucking sold out, and now that all those $1 billion I had, they literally just disappeared. Right? Economy collapsed. All my money was just gone to nothing. Right? Shame. Their confusion. Right? It says, in the day of the Lord, silver and gold shall not be able to deliver you. So there's that. And ultimately, right, all this witchcraft, okay, all this witchcraft, if you don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you're fucked. Let's get that. In Isaiah chapter 47, right, this is talking about Babylon, right? It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right, so this is talking about, let's keep reading to get the context. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame will be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Right, so that's talking about Yahushua. Right, he says that when he comes back, he's not going to meet these people, these Americans, these Babylonians as a man. He's coming back in his spiritual form. Right, so when you go down to verse 47 and verse 12, it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Right, so, hey, this is Yahushua telling Babylon, these Americans, yeah, stand up with all your witchcraft. Let's see if that shit saves you. It says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Right, so all this witchcraft that these people do, these Americans do, the elites do, right, astrologers, stargazers, monthly prognosticators, they're not going to be able to save themselves with that power from the destruction of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, those nuclear missiles. Right, so hey, when we go back to Isaiah chapter 30, right, we read about how it says, a woe to those that walk down into Egypt, right, to cover themselves, to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? Because none of that shit that these elites, this government is providing you is going to save you. Okay, so just wanted to touch on that real quick, through the spirit real quick. And ultimately, let me see my bookmarks. All right, Salma Hayek, completely bugged out. But this is going to be a sight soon to see. Right? People eating raw meat, eating raw humans, eating raw babies, eating their own bodies. So hopefully this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakak Radash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, let Shalom.